Hey there, Aries. Welcome back. All right, let's do an energy read on you and see what is going on in your energy. Three of Cups is the first one out. Aries, this is good. Okay, I want to see what's going on inside of you. Well, we do have the Page of Blades and the Nine of Sticks coming out in reverse, which is really good because it's like you're ready for a new beginning. You might have met somebody new. You're ready for something. You're ready to celebrate. Tell me more, Spirit, here for Aries. What's going on inside Aries? See what we got here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Guys, don't forget to click that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. My name is Ninja. I'll be your reader. And just know that this is an all Aries channel. So, Spirit, tell us more about the Nine of Sticks. The Fool. Aries, I'm hearing like you're getting ready to let go of your defenses. Like you're getting ready to let go of being afraid, being scared. You're ready to let go of all that. The negative energy that you've been carrying with you, I'm hearing. Okay? So it could be like fear, depression, being shy, maybe. Nah, I don't know about being shy is being a negative thing, but it could be being shy. Maybe in your life it has held you back or something. But I'm hearing like you're ready to look at the world with different eyes. Like you're ready to see the world differently. You would rather see the world differently, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're not putting yourself in danger. Okay. Now, I do see here, like with the Page of Blades energy, it makes me feel like you're ready for something new. You might be planning this, be writing it down, writing notes, taking notes, maybe even doing a to-do list, that kind of thing. I think maybe for a minute there, you were possibly having a really hard time moving on from something, okay? But now you are clearly making plans for yourself. Maybe bringing in some new ideas, writing those ideas down. I always suggest writing ideas down because later on down the road, when you get ready to do something, you end up forgetting. Okay. I'm hearing like you're prioritizing yourself here. I feel like you're getting ready to take a risk, take a chance, take a leap of faith, something like that. I do feel like you're being very open minded, about it could be about your career, new ideas, or you might just have this you might have this energy of being thirsty for knowledge, like wanting to know more of that kind of thing. Something that you could use for work, something that you could use for your career at this time. It's like something that it could be something that's going to inspire you. Like you're trying to go out there and learn something new that's going to inspire you to do more. It's kind of like learning how to climb a wall. You know how they have those things coming out, and then you decide, okay, since I've conquered this, I'm ready for a new challenge. So then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go climb Mount Rushmore now. Something like that, right? I see you getting ready for a new challenge. It's like you're pumping yourself up and you're getting yourself going and you're getting yourself mentally in there and you're going and you're going and you're going and then you're hitting a wall. Like, there's unclarity going on here, or maybe you have too many options and it's stopping you. It's preventing you from being able to move forward, and it's causing some kind of conflict. Maybe it's too much. Like, have you ever heard of these people that come to United States? Well, if you're in the United States, they come to United States and they're like, "Oh my gosh, which cheese do I choose? There's so many, right?" You might be going through something like that. It could feel overwhelming. Like, wow, I didn't realize I had all these choices. I didn't know I had all these doors open to me. I didn't know that I had all these opportunities that were just sitting there waiting for me to open the door and tap in, right? That kind of energy. Now, you might be trying to search and find new ways to make more money, different revenues. They say the more revenues you have, the better off you're going to be. Well, it's true, right? So you want to have like different things that you're doing, You know, preferably like find like three things at least, right? Or two things that you can do to make extra money: cutting grass, cleaning houses. Um, I can't think of what else, but maybe doing Uber or DoorDash, right? Like you want to have different things going on at the same time, and you might be in the process of trying to figure out which one is perfect for you, right? And then you find out, wow, you didn't realize you had all these doors. Aries, I'm hearing you have so many doors to you. You know, I think you have more doors to you than you realize. I think for a really long time, things weren't going like exactly the way that you've been wanting with the work hard in reverse, right? Like, I think for a long time, things haven't been just working out the way that you've been wanting. I feel like this is encouraging you to stay focused, and aim for what you truly want, right? Or what you truly need. Depends on where you are, right? Some of us are like me, everything's about what I need, right? Not necessarily what I want. Everything's what I need. But you could be in that energy where you're at the stage where you need to focus on what you want or need, right? Depends on where you are. Um, I think you have somebody around you, Aries, that is looking at you and you don't realize it, but they're looking at you like, while you're going through all this energy of trying to figure things out, looking at different possibilities, different revenues of money, things like this, you have somebody around you who's like looking at you like, who am I losing to? I'm losing something here. I'm losing business, or I'm losing an opportunity, or I'm losing something like that. Like you have somebody around you that's looking at you like, hey, you're making me lose here. You're making me lose something. So you're doing something where you're benefiting, You're benefiting and you're taking your piece of the pie. That's what I'm hearing. You're taking your piece of the pie. Somebody around you is looking at you and they're like, somebody is in my coop. I don't know why I'm getting coop for, but somebody's taking my piece of my pie or something like that. So, like in business, you're selling cell phones. Everybody's selling. This person's selling cell phones. You're selling cell phones, and then all of a sudden you start selling more cell phones. More people are coming to you, and this person over here is like, "Hey, where's my business going?" You don't even realize how far you've come. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like you haven't even realized or sat down long enough to realize how far you've come since like maybe the beginning of last year or before the pandemic started, right? Like maybe way back when, like, you don't realize how far you've come since the past like 5 years or something. Excuse my dog, she's knocking. Frankie, go lay down, baby. Okay. Like you don't realize how far you've come. That's what I'm hearing. Like you're so focused on this, like you're so focused on this list or these plans or these goals, these ideas, like you're so focused on that you haven't even realized your accomplishments that you've already had, so maybe it's time to go ahead and start patting yourself on the back. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe it's time to start realizing and appreciating and realizing how far you've come so far, because it looks like you've done more than plant seeds. I mean, you've gone through some really good stuff here, I feel like you've been really committed to accomplishing something here. And you put in a whole lot of hard work here. So you might be trying to learn a new craft. I feel like that's confirmation for somebody here. Like maybe you're thinking about just starting something new, starting from scratch. And I would tell you from what I could see here, the final cards that we have is the Knight of Sticks and we have the Ace of Cups. If that is something that you want to do, right now would be a good time to do it. I'm just saying. Like seriously, it would be a good time to do it because with these final cards coming out, it makes me feel like, yeah. Yes. And then we have the Devil, so it makes me feel like with this energy, it makes me feel like it might be something that you're going to be very passionate about, right? Something that's going to be really exciting for you. So if you're wanting to start a new craft, get into something different, or level up in some kind of way, right now, let's do it. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let's do this, right? You might be in the process of digging up something too, or looking into something, you know? And that's going to lead you down this aisle, of course, where you start feeling overwhelmed because you realize you have more doors open to you than you ever realized. And it's not because these doors were just there. That's the thing. These doors weren't just there. These are doors that you put hard work into to reaching this level. In other words, like you can't just become a mathematician without learning your, subtraction, addition, and you know what I'm saying? Like you put in work to become a mathematician. Do you get what I'm saying? So you've already put in some work here to get to this level where you will finally have these doors opening to you. Like you finally have these opportunities that you didn't have before. And you wouldn't have had if you hadn't put the time and effort into this and been committed to something. So you deserve this. This is not something that just is thrown into your lap, This is you putting in and getting out what you deserve from it. Does that make sense? This is you putting your investment in and then getting it out. So you deserve this, but you might not trust it. Okay? Because we do have the Five of Swords, right? So you might not trust it. You might feel like, hey, what is this? What's going on? Like, do I even trust this? Like, how is it that these doors are opening to me? Spirit is saying, go ahead. Go ahead. You don't need to fight it. You don't need to be worried about it. You don't need to be stressed about it. Things that are not meant for you are not going to be there, right? That's what I'm hearing. Like the things that are not meant for you are not going to be there, but the things that really turn you on with the devil card really get you excited and get you ready to move and make things happen, is going to be there for you. And that's the route, of course, that you want. I do feel like many of you are in this process of really trying to change your situation, and I'm hearing you're on the right track. Maybe you need to hear that. Maybe you need to hear it more often. Maybe I need to say it more often. Maybe I need to say it repeatedly. I don't know, but you're on the right track. I think Spirit wants you to hear that. Okay? You might feel like because you've been struggling so long here, that's what it looks like. Like you've been struggling so long, you're used to the struggle. And it's like when it's not a struggle, something feels off. I feel like that's what I'm looking at here. Like, no, it has to be a struggle. It has to be a challenge. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're ready for a challenge. I think you've been ready for a challenge for so long now that it's getting to the point where like every time you hit a challenge, you feel like you have to like throw yourself out there, which is the way to face a challenge, right? But it's like you're in this mindset of always needing to have that challenge, and it's like you're almost there. You don't need to fight so hard. You're getting recognized for the stuff that you've already done. You're getting what you need here. Tell me more about the devil. You're getting what you need. Okay, why is that here? Okay, so some of you might feel it's coming out as sad, but for some of you, it's like you feel if you invest more in yourself here, because that's how it's coming out. Like you feel like the more you invest in yourself, you are somehow taken away from your family or family obligations. Or if you focus on yourself, your family won't be happy, and it's like that guilt. It's kind of like, it's giving me this energy of a mom who wants to provide for her children, but then she also wants to be home with her children and feeling like if she goes to work, then she's guilty because she's a bad mom because she's not at home taking care of her children. But if she stays home and takes care of her children, then she feels bad because she's not providing for her children. It's kind of like that. It's a loop I'm seeing. So you might feel guilty. So this is one of the challenges you're going to have to face is what's going on in your head. And I'm hearing that song. I don't know why, because it's not really. This is not a war, but well, I guess it is a war. It's a war within yourself. But I'm hearing that song, "Zombies, Zombies." You know, what's in your head? What's in your head? You know that one? Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So it's something that's in your head. There's a war going on in your head, and it's like it doesn't have to be like you're a mother, but it could be like you're between two things here, and you really want to make people around you happy, but at the same time, you really want to take care of yourself. So it's like you feel like you can't do it all, because you're human. That's what I'm hearing. So you're human, can't do everything, can't do it all. You're gonna have to just do your best. Um, I am seeing here that you are going to take charge. You're the one that's going to actually create this, I feel. Okay, like you're going to create this opportunity for yourself, which means you're going to be manifesting this for yourself. Let's go ahead and dig deeper. Oops. Okay. Why is that there? Hmm. Tell me more, Spirit, about this. Okay, you might be feeling like your energy is getting scattered, or you're not able to focus. Okay, so this might be a challenge for you. Maybe too much going on at one time. It's like consequences, like I was saying about the mother who works or stays at home. There's consequences to things. I feel like that's what's coming out here. There's consequences to, there's going to be consequences to you becoming who you're meant to be. And that's what I'm hearing. Like, yeah. So for you, in order for you to become the emperor, right, and the king of wands, there's going to be consequences. You don't just become that without consequences. There's going to be a price to pay. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. There's going to be a price to pay. So instead of causing yourself so much mental conflict, just accept that there's going to be a price to pay. Whatever way that you choose, whichever door that you choose, there's going to be a price to pay. So the biggest issue here really is to figure out, what are you willing to pay? And how far are you willing to go? How much success can you handle, and how much success do you really want? Okay, because either way that you go, the higher you go and the more responsibilities you take, the more success you have, the more responsibility you're going to have. Okay? And that's the question you need to sit down and ask yourself. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and get out of this reading. I think I'm just going to let this be as it is. I'm going to give you, before you leave, oops, excuse me. I'm constantly messing things up. Okay, I'm going to give you a message, an angel message here. And let's see what your angel message is for you before you leave. I've had these cards for years now, and I think I've only used them a few times. I finally found my old box of cards. So I'm pulling out all my old cards. Okay, so I'm taking that one. 1010. Okay. So we have 1010 for you. It says, keep your thoughts positive. Right? Keep your thoughts positive and be patient, as everything is working out for your highest good. Trust that your angels are working behind the scenes to help you. I am patient. So type that into the comment section. I am patient. I'm not going to take the other cards. I feel like this is the message for you. Type that into the comment section. I am patient. Because you are patient. Is there another message here for Aries? Okay, here it is. Oh, it says, I am balanced, 222. It says, trust that the seeds of your thoughts, exactly, right? Of your thoughts are growing as you are nourishing them with words, feelings, and action. I am balanced. Yeah. You're balanced. You're getting there. It's like, I think that's why you're having so much conflict here, because you understand that these doors that you have, these opportunities, they do come with consequences. You do know that. Maybe not consciously, but unconsciously, you do know this. And that's what is causing the conflict, because you know there's going to be a price to pay, you know? So you are balanced. Okay. All right. Thank you for being here, guys. I'm going to get out of this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I do hope that this energy read helps you. Okay. The first card out is the Three of Cups. So believe you will have reasons to celebrate, or you do have reasons to celebrate. Okay, and you're going to have this new beginning, abundance coming in. Everything that's going to make you happy, everything that you've been wanting is right there. It's coming, right? It's you. You're creating it. Why? Because you have put in the effort, committed, and you deserve it. So put that in the comment section. I deserve it, because you do. All right, guys. Catch me in the next one. Y'all take care. Bye bye.